want to speak about my experience of Taurus because you'll see why, because it's awesome, and because I don't feel like it's something talked about much, and I want to open your perception to this possibility. Kaleidoscope perception. So, to me, Taurus means embodiment, and embodiment means my sensual experience of living in a physical body and in contact with this sensory world, the sensory environment, nature, the embodiment of spirit, because a body is essentially an illusion, right? Meaning there is no solid form. When we open our eyes, it appears as though forms are solid. That's the sense where I see the most solidity, is with my vision. And when I close my eyes, what do I see? I see static. I see black, or if it's light out, I see red maybe. I see maybe that's like looking through my eyelids. But I see static. At nighttime, we often consider the darkness as though we're not able to see, as though it's an absence of light and I can't see anything. But instead of comparing day to night and seeing I can't see in the dark, if you take darkness on its own terms and you look and you see, well, what can I see? How does it appear? How does the world appear to me at night? I see static. I see shades of dark, blue and black, light and dark in contrast. It's more subtle, but I see lots of little dots. And this is more apparent in the evening than when I have the lights on or during the day, where forms really appear solid. I know that vision might be different without glasses, with or without glasses. Maybe everything is already kind of blurry for you, and you see the world as it is, a blur. And maybe that is how the world looks. So anyway, why am I talking about static and the appearance of static and the appearance of solidity? Sensation. If you've ever taken a Vipassana course, we observe the sensation on the surface of the body as fine-tuned as possible, more and more fine-tuned throughout the course, where you're meditating 12 hours of the day, just observing sensation on the body, intentionally, just to observe it. And you sort of break down the body. You'll go part by part, piece by piece, is how the teacher words it. And eventually, what happened to me, and then what the teacher says is supposed to happen in Vipassana, which was my experience, is that, okay, this meditation works in what it says it will produce scientifically, is that you notice your body is just vibration, and then it dissolves into thin air. How else can I describe this experience of my body dissolving into thin air? it's sort of like there's this contrast of all different sensations all over the body. But then when they unify, there's nowhere to point to. It's just one unified sensation that is the same as the sensation of space. Okay, I'm getting really abstract. Sensation, tingling, Taurus. Taurus is sensation. It is what is sensual. It is embodiment. The body is sensation. To me, Taurus is the beauty of the earth. It is the sensation of beauty, of being captured by beauty. And I think we all experience this to different degrees. I don't see our culture really emphasize or give much value to the experience of beauty. And so I feel that for many of us, what we recognize as beauty is sort of dull. When I say beauty, I mean when you smell fresh morning air, when you see the sun just rising, when you hear the birds chirping, when you smell the air just after it rains, and whatever in nature you see as beautiful, magnify that feeling of beauty. Imagine that feeling of beauty 100-fold. More and more sensitive to beauty. My experience of Taurus, with my moon conjunct Mars in there, is extreme sensitivity to beauty. Magnify the smell of the air just after it rains, or the sun on your face when it's been a cloudy day. Magnify that feeling as the best orgasm you've ever had. Beauty. That extent of beauty. That extent of pleasure. To me, this is Taurus's capacity on its higher octave. It is intrinsically a reason to be embodied. It is the purpose of life to express and experience and dwell in pure ecstatic existence for the sake of its beauty. And to be able to see that, to be fine-tuned and sensitive enough to be tapped into the ecstasy of this earth, of what is possible by the incredible phenomenon of being alive in a human body. This miraculous mystery. I would spend hours and days just in wondrous awe of the phenomenon of existence. Magnify, amplify, feeling so acutely the phenomenon of sensation as such a miraculous wonder. I'm so swept up by it. Rhapsody. This is Taurus to me. And to me, I'm sharing this experience and this perspective for you to taste what is possible, for you to acknowledge and amplify your recognition of these experiences in your life, because I see this as root level medicine that is needed in modern society right now. It is femininity. It is the balance that I see us headed towards for healing. Divine feminine. To me, sensation, embodiment. beauty. So imagine that moment of beauty as I described it. Moment to moment to moment, springtime bliss, feeling the ice melting, everything coming into life, taking seed, taking roots, sprouting, flowering, all of the bees living inside of these flowers. That's their lifestyle. They go from flower to flower. All these bugs blissing out. And all of the plants alive. And when we amplify that and magnify it, when we give value to our own personal, visceral experience of beauty and pleasure that is so simple, that is as simple as nature, when we consider this experience a basic need, these are the needs of a Taurus. For a Taurus's health. In our modern society, I see Taurus has taken the articulations of wealth and luxury. I see these as expressions of value and beauty through our culture's eyes. Security is a Taurus quality. To feel at home in our body and at home on the earth. To feel comfortable. All about the feelings. The feminine. I would love, and I invite what I call our culture or mainstream or modern age to value, to teach value, to remember the value of slowing down. This is Taurus, moving at the pace of nature, moving at the pace of the seasons, slowing down to feel the reason you're alive is beauty, slowing down enough to experience your sensitivity instead of overriding it with thoughts and hurry, with here and there and pressure of things to do, or with superficial pleasures like watching a movie, which has its own function for grounding and whatever. I'm not intending to judge anything. I just mean it just doesn't compare to the IMAX of the earth. To slow down, to slow down as a lifestyle. This is the life of Taurus. I mean, it's my moon conjunct Mars. Slowing down helps us align with the rhythm of our bodies, the rhythm of the earth, the seasons, the day and the night. Slowing down. Tunes us into the reason we are alive, to experience the pure joy of life itself. I'm going to end this audio with a guided meditation. And I am making all of this up right now. I just felt like talking about Taurus. So I'm just going to make this up, see what happens. See where I guide us. See where I am guided. Walk with me into the forest. Smell the air of the autumn, the wet leaves. See them all different colors on the trees and inviting our pathway forward. The sun is setting. There's more colors in the clouds overhead. Pastel, angelic. We're walking towards a large cedar tree. And as we approach, we slow our barefoot walk, one step per breath, until we arrive with our feet touching the roots of the cedar. We put our palms up to the cedar's bark and feel the wood, feel the smooth, absorbent surface. So comforting. We lean our foreheads against the surface of the cedar, our palms touching the cedar, our feet touching the roots, our foreheads relaxing as we slow down even more. We smell the sweet breath of the cedar, the freshest air available. And through our third eyes, we tune in to the core of the cedar, a channel branching out, up, touching the angelic sky with its antenna branches, streaming through its core, through our core as we tap in, and through our feet, through its roots, down into the core of the earth. We inhale the angelic air at the core of the earth and exhale, and it expands out from the center. With our attention on this clear channel of the tree, streaming golden angelic light up and down its trunk. We feel relaxed. We feel the subtle vibrations. We smell the bliss, sweet cedar air. And let's go back down to the center of the earth. Inhaling and exhaling. Pastel angelic light. Pure, loving light. And on our next inhale, we pull it up from the core into the roots of the tree, through the palms of our feet, up the trunk, through our legs, up our knees, up our thighs, into our root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, which still rests on the cedar, and up our crown, through our crown, back up the branches till the sunset sky. We hug the tree, feeling our arms, our hands, our fingertips as extensions of our heart, connecting with the core of the tree. And we receive this feeling of love. And this is Taurus. This is sensation. This is embodiment. Spirit into form.